Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs will look to make it a three-peat as they eye history, but Andy Reid continues to climb his own ranks as he has a chance to tie Chuck Noll in second for the most Super Bowl wins by a head coach with 4. Our own Jonathan Jones also spoke to the head coach today out at training camp about the expectations this season and some of those recent shots taken at his quarterback. Take a listen.
Jonathan Jones, CBS Sports, alongside Super Bowl winning head football coach Andy Reid. Andy, first of all, thanks for joining us. And, it's a hot one out here. And I love that you guys come out here to St. Joseph and you get away and it's all ball. You've been doing things very regularly. You don't do joint practices and all that. But I'm curious because I know that you make tweaks year to year, that football evolves. How do you evolve this training camp in ways that we may not see?
Yeah, this is pretty consistent from what we do year in and year out within the rules. We've got rules that the league changes about every year, and so right now we're in a ramp-up phase, and that's how we go. So you can still get a lot of work done, and the guys come out with a great attitude, and it kind of keeps you away from all those pulls that you might get normally. So I think it's a positive thing that the league's done for us.
Speaking of attitude, what's your attitude like? We just saw the offense, first day in pads out here. Some struggles from where we could see at our perch. What do you think?
Yeah, so we got to keep working both sides of the ball. And the one thing that's happening is they're going back and forth against each other. And so you get better when that happens. You don't want one side just completely dominating the other side. You want to work and challenge each other, and that's what the guys are doing.
One thing as I read about this camp and then come out here, it's pretty obvious that the speed element is back in this offense. How much does that excite you?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you can utilize that. That's another tool that can be utilized. But there are other things that you have to work on too. So it's not all about speed. It's execution, quickness is important, endurance is important. So there are a lot of things. Toughness, mental toughness becomes important. So those are all other elements that you got to work on. But it's a nice other weapon to have on the offensive side.
This off season for you guys, they keep getting shorter and shorter. That's a great thing, I assume. But also, I think about you on vacation, and I think about you coming up with new plays. Are you, when you're hanging out, are you just scribbling down whatever you can? Do you have an iPad nearby?
Well, I mean, I do have an iPad nearby. And I try to spend a little time with it every day. I mean, I enjoy doing it. This isn't something that I'm telling everybody they have to do or anything. I mean, I enjoy doing that. Other people like doing other things. So, and I've got good coaches that are creative guys, and they'll come up with stuff. I love looking at it and analyzing that. So it's all good.
How do you see this cornerback situation playing out now that L'Jarius is gone and what you guys are trying to do back there?
Sure. Yeah, L'Jarius was a heck of a player, and one thing we've got is some good depth there, and they're competing. We still have Watson that's out with an injury, so he'll be back in there. So I think we'll be fine once it's all said and done. Yeah.
I know you're focused on camp, but obviously you start to shift your attention to the Ravens. I'm just curious, how much of the Ravens have you watched, or when do you get to that?
Yeah, listen, we just got done playing them, so and they'll have some new stuff, and so we've had a chance to look at that and a bit. You'd be foolish not to. I'm sure they've done the same thing. So, we get started on a Thursday night, and we got to be ready to go at that time.
And Andy, last question. You don't strike me as someone who is very online, a lot of social media, but Patrick Mahomes got some fuel to the fire recently with the Raiders and a puppet and some other things out there. I know last year he was kind of searching for some things to fire him up, and he found them. Is it a smart idea to fire up Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, I'd probably say not. We don't spend a lot of time here with puppets, so we try to do our work and try to get better, That's the important thing.
No puppets here at Chiefs camp. Thanks so much, Andy.
Not sure that guy needs any more motivation. Patrick Mahomes, you can watch Andy Reid's Chiefs this season on CBS as they attempt to be more than just trophy winners, but history makers as they eye their 3rd straight Super Bowl.